Good afternoon. Oh, it's still the morning. Guten Tag. I think that's how you say good morning in German, question mark. Today I'm going to be using the Kawaiis and the Energy Oracle cards because I haven't used either one of these in a minute. And I want to. So, ooh, Ten of Pentacles and the Emperor with that half of the deck. And the Three of Wands and the Hermit on this half. I think both of these are all upright, I believe. And so I'm actually going to hit the pause and shuffle these and bring them out. So that'll cut down on time. I hope I can be heard. I think I can. It would appear that I can, yes. Okay. 1 second. Y'all remember back in the day when videos used to have like a bunch of jump cuts? Okay. This is not an all upright deck, and I don't think this one is either. But I might have just shuffled that one wrong. You know. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to pull 3 of these, and then I'm going to pull 3 of these. No, I'll do 3 and 2. Okay. So the first cards, hopefully this doesn't take too long. I guess I could just pull off the top. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. When this feels right, I'll pull I'll do top, middle, bottom. And then with the tarot, I'll just do top and bottom, top and bottom, top and bottom. Okay. 2 more. 3 more. 4 more. What? Well, who is this? The Magician in the Mirror? No. Who that, yo? 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. 7th chakra. There she is. Or he. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bottom of the deck is Appreciation. Upright. Work. Wait. Hold up. I thought I flipped this. Oh, wait. I think I flipped it and then I unflipped it. Give me 1 second so I can flip this again. LOL. There we go. For funsies. Wait. Hold up. It's not flipping. Maybe because I already started recording. Okay, it's fine then. So there we go. I'm glad I did this because it sets the orientation. And y'all got that big old light right on top of it. Don't I? Let's see if we can do one of these. So now I know the orientation. Oh, wait. Did it just flip it? I'm losing my mind. Okay, there we go. I don't know what I was thinking. Appreciation. Let's set this here. Appreciation. Girl, we gonna do our best to try to line these up to. Ooh. These may be all upright. The Ten of Pentacles and Death came out at the cut. Yeah, these might be all upright. Five of Swords and the Devil and the Five of Swords. What do they say? The devil's in the details? What does that mean? You just do 3. I don't know how to count. This is how we doing this today. Bottom of the deck is at 3 of Wands. Last time I saw the 3 of Wands, the 3 of Wands was a union between ourselves, our light, and our shadow to get us to do whatever it is that we need to do next. And we'll start in the middle. This isn't necessarily a choose, but if you want to choose, feel free to. And since this isn't a choose, yeah, I'll still start in the middle, and then we'll see what's sitting on the outside. So here we have 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. This is interesting because I've recently seen Metatron and Uriel come out together. Now, I'm going to flip them because we'll just do them all upright because I'm confused. And that's simpler. So 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. I'm going to go into my little bookie book and read it. One moment. Let me pause this really quick. I can do that now. Okay, I'm back. Well, I guess I could have at least. Oh yeah, let me hold these up so you can see them. Maybe. Metatron. Is he not the recorder? Let's see. Energy Oracle cards right here. Metatron is number 40. Hey, we're kind of sort of in a 40 year. 2020. 20 plus 20 is 40, right? Kind of, sort of, kind of, sort of. Kind of, sort of, kind of, sort of. As I'm opening this, I'm on page 164, which is a 13-4. Right? No. That's an 11, girl. Sorry. That's an 11. It's on the Healer of the Ages. That's 51, and I want 40. I was like, that's a 13. No, that's an 11, babe. Like, go back to sleep. Wait, 40. I stopped on 41. Okay. So, sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron. This is clarity of thought and personal vision. This very powerful Archangel Metatron brings brilliant indigo vibrations to your brow chakra, third eye, which is the center devoted to insight and clear thought. When this card appears upright, it indicates a much greater clarity in your thought process and an expanded perspective toward broader horizons. Some new perceptions are taking hold, and the clouds of confusion are clearing. In some ways, this could be a new beginning, for you're on your way to developing a deeper insight about what's going on in your life and why. Now is the time to focus on your personal vision. What do you want your life to look like in the years ahead? Create a clear picture of that and support it with your daily thoughts. The insight you need to create a vibrant life is available to you now. The affirmation here is, my 6th chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state. My personal vision guides me, and my thoughts are peaceful and clear. Now, I like this because I feel like that's a little bit of an affirmation for me. I am confirmation, affirmation, whatever. for me to, because I've been uploading a lot of like little daily things, and I'm like, well, how often does it change? But in the same breath, it is an everyday thing. We get closer and closer every day to the fated day that whatever happens, and it isn't necessarily about being perfect, but it is more so about consistency. When it comes to momentum, like if we're constantly doing one step forward, two steps back, we're always a step behind where we should be, right? And it's time to sort of rework the formula. Now, the cards that came out are, wow, Six of Pentacles and Justice. Yeah, I'm glad I did that because these are upright. The Six of Pentacles and Justice. Actually, now they're in No, wait, girl. Wait, one is upright and one is in reverse. Okay, we'll take this as it comes because your dude is struggling. I'm not struggling. I am struggling, but we're going with it, and that's the point. So with the Six of Pentacles in reverse and with Justice upright, I think this is all about vision is important, perception is important, because if we see things a certain way, we're going to behave in a certain way to correct them. So if the things that we see we don't see in the truth of what they actually are, or if we see them in a way that is more illusionary, if we see them in a way that is unclear, it could cause us to do things or react or respond in ways that actually get us farther from what we want. And that being the justice being the desired outcome. But it's like you'll never really truly fully reach a desired outcome if you can't see and perceive the situations as they are. Because if you have a misconception, again, you're going to be correcting in ways that aren't necessary. Now, with this card being in reverse, the thing at the top of the card is the hand. This is the same for me. No, it's. I'm just gonna stop because I'm confusing myself. So the thing we see first is the hand, and not the heart. So this to me says that there's a very like tactile way about approaching things instead of this heart first way of approaching things. And this may be what is leading to this sort of misconception that we have, this confusion. Now it's interesting. So the crown chakra is actually cleared by light. Light is one of the things that will clear your crown chakra. Um, and then we have this indigo light. Indigo is a much higher frequency than red, right? As you go from red to purple, it increases in frequency. But when you increase in frequency, you decrease in wavelength, right? And so decreasing in wavelength, it speaks to the length of time getting shorter, but the repetition of cycles increasing. And so with this being indigo, it's like constantly hitting that third eye. It's really trying to hammer something in for you to see it. And then we have the gavel here to see it the right way, right? Now, if this was red, the frequency would be a lot slower, but the wavelength would be a lot longer, right? So it would be like this, but imagine that it's louder than this, right? So it is more subtle, but again, it's a lot more. It's like it's coming at you. Let me just keep going. I'm just gonna do this. There we go. It's in reverse. I'm gonna just flip them all like that instead of just giving them a straight flip over. So this is the goddess of the moon, which is number 52. This is a 7. This is a 4. This is interesting. that the goddess of the moon is in reverse, but the crown, no, this is the third eye, but the third eye is upright because this is all about intuition. So, yeah, this is why some of y'all may be extra effed up. And I was just right next door to the goddess of the moon because I was at the Healer of the Ages. Goddess of the moon. Goddess of the moon is intuition and going within. Now we're going to read the reversed meaning. This card reversed reveals blocked intuition, an inner disconnect, or a sense of living in the dark. You have a deep desire to know your purpose and truth, but they can feel very distant. This is a message of dissatisfaction where your inner life is concerned. It's possible that extreme worry and discontent are the obstacles to the inner peace and wisdom you seek. If so, you need to let that go and renew your faith in yourself and your eternal spirit. Get out of your own way. Get out of your own way and release the fear that's blocking the truth of your blessed eternal nature. Your soul, your higher self, knows you best, so allow stillness into your life. Listen to the stirring of your own intuitive voice and trust what you receive. The affirmation here is, I have a strong intuitive voice. I freely receive guidance and I understand and trust the messages I receive. Now this is interesting because this is speaking about following your personal vision, and this is speaking of dissatisfaction in your personal life. And again, we're just going to hit it with that to reduce confusion. We got the Five of Swords and the Hermit both in reverse. So everything over here is in reverse. There's the Goddess of the Moon in reverse. This is interesting because again, like I was saying over here, if you're not seeing and perceiving things the correct way, then it causes you, it's like in reality you're going to be getting further from where you actually want to be, and you're not going to understand it because according to you, how you see things, you're putting into it to get some kind of justice, but it's like you never get any closer to this actual justice. But with the Hermit and the Five of Swords, this to me is reading that like you've put so much space in between your own intuitive self, your own higher self, and your ability to get your own information. And it's also, this is an eye, and this is kind of sort of the energy of the crown. So you're trusting more what you see, or trusting more what someone else sees, more so than what's coming to you yourself. And because you're not trusting in you yourself, that's what's leading to this sort of crossing of lines. And whereas things should be like moving together cohesively, you're getting your lines crossed, and it's creating this blockage that you can't really seem to come to overcome. Again, because it's like with you listening to what everyone else is saying with this Five of Swords in reverse, this is you. I feel like instead of like this typical Five of Swords upright being victory at any cost, it's like you just let people come in. Whatever someone else says is right, and whatever you think is like questionable. And then with this Hermit down here in reverse, it's like it just buries it deeper and deeper and deeper because of your sort of inability to trust yourself. Hold up, I'm looking at this like, what was this? It was like this. Yeah, okay. See, I did this to stop myself from getting confused, and I still get confused. This is y'all. This confusion I'm feeling is because of this. Because it's like, okay, I'm seeing this one way, but y'all are seeing this another way. So I'm trying to accommodate for the difference in vision. I'm trying to accommodate for the difference in perspective by continuing to see it my way, but when I present it to you, I present it your way. And every time I try to present it your way, instead of just presenting it my way, and this would be the way I see it, but then it's like down here it's in reverse. And so there needs to be, you need to hold tight to your perspective and your vision. And now isn't necessarily, it's not that you want to be extremely like confrontational or obstinate or whatever, but now isn't necessarily the time to give in to what everyone else is saying or doing or feeling or thinking. Because the more you use your own voice and the more you speak on your perspective, the clearer your vision gets. And that's something that I've discovered from personal experience. So check me out on the Hierophant, where I understand that some people are spiritual, like vegans and vegetarians, so I can't necessarily go as ham over here, and that's fine. Some people don't like ham, and if you don't like ham, then this channel is for you. And you may think you like ham, and then you get over there and you don't like how I cook the ham, then that ham ain't for you. And I'm not for you, which is fine. Next is Blossoming Abundance, number 3. So we have 3, 4, and 7. This is interesting because I was going to say, oh, the difference between this 7 and this 4 is a 3. And then here's the 3 right here. 3 plus 4 equals 7. 7 minus 4 is 3. So if you're trying to do this, but you don't have this, you're not going to get this. You need this and this to turn this upright. But that doesn't necessarily work either. Because I don't feel like you can add abundance to the third eye to get intuition. It would be intuition and the third eye working together that gives abundance. And then we have the 4 of Wands in reverse and the 7 of Wands upright for you. Right? Yes. Okay. That's all I'll do is pick it up and put it in front of the camera. 4 of Wands in reverse, 7 of Wands upright. This is someone, I personally don't typically feel the 7 of Wands as defensive a lot of times. It's like it is, but also it has the advantage. So when you have the advantage in a situation, you're not, in my opinion, really defensive. Like, you have the high ground. But what it could be is, it could be like the hare at the end of the race, where you are in such an advantage that you kind of sort of stop trying. And once you stop trying, that's when something else can come and get the upper hand on you, even though you had already had the upper hand. So in reality, this is a card of diligence to me, because again, when we do have that advantage, it's a lot easier for us to sort of like slack off and to not do the things that we actually need to do to keep us in that space of victory, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. So let's get in here and let's see what it's about. Number 3. Oh, there's number 1, 2, 3. Oh. Blossoming abundance, increasing wealth and value. Sorry. I don't know why when I start recording, I just start salivating like crazy. Maybe it's my body trying to lubricate this throat chakra naturally. This card shows a beautiful golden garden in the springtime with coins and new flowers blossoming all around. They even hang like fruit on the tree above. Upright, this card signals a new increase in wealth, possibly in a dramatic and unexpected way. Be aware that you sow the seeds of your own wealth and prosperity, much like a gardener works the ground and begins to see blossoming results take hold. I'm going to read that one more time because I don't think I caught it the first time. Be aware that you sow the seeds of your own wealth and prosperity, much like a gardener works the ground and begins to see blossoming results take hold. This card upright indicates that the universe is blessing you and helping the fruits of your labor to blossom. So smell the flowers and tend to the new growth. Be grateful and enjoy. And appreciation is at the bottom of the deck. So the affirmation here is, abundant wealth blossoms all around me. I see the value in my everyday life. Okay, so we have this. That's interesting. So here we had personal vision. Here we had whatever it was. I can't remember. I already forgot. I'm sorry. And then here we have the everyday life. I'm actually going to go back and see what that was. Personal vision. Dissatisfaction. Your inner life, where your inner life is concerned. This is our inner life, though. This paints a very interesting picture. It's possible that extreme worry and discontent are the obstacles to inner peace and wisdom you seek. Get out of your own way and release the fear that's blocking the truth of your blessed eternal nature. So, this paints a very, very interesting picture of someone using the outside as a metric for the inside. And it's interesting because this sixth chakra actually is upright. I know I've kind of sort of been talking about it like it's in reverse, but it's actually upright on the board. Now, the one thing that I love about reading across a table is that I present everything to you as you see it, right? You see this as upright, you see this as upright, and this as in reverse. These in reverse, this in reverse, this upright, reverse, upright. Down here, we have more in reverse than we do upright. Up here, we have more upright than we do in reverse. So where's this disconnect, right? But how I actually see it, these two are in reverse. This is upright. You have more upright down here than you do in reverse, rather than vice versa. And that's one thing that I love, because it's like it's kind of sort of how spirit sees the situation a lot of times. We have a lot more at our disposal than we consciously know, and a lot of times we kind of sort of sit in lack mentality when we don't even need to. And by a lot of times I mean all the time, because energetically it's always there. It's just whether or not you line up with it, you align with it so that you can receive it or not. But with these two, it's like, yeah, there's this outside metric that you're using. Oh, well, if I was on the right track, then this would be popping and that would be popping. And I have an interesting. I'm about to pop one of these icebreakers, so I only do this on my legacy channel. We ain't gonna get too real, but I'm not gonna teach y'all over here either. And some questions need to be asked. So the first question, of course, is, and let's be honest, this isn't live. No one can hear you but you. So we can all hear you. Do you use your external reality as a metric for, oh, great. I feel like this is telling me, nah, don't even go there. Don't even go there. They ain't ready on this channel. Well, y'all gonna get ready. Y'all gonna be ready today. Today you're ready. If you ain't ready, pretend like you are. Do you use your external reality as a metric for your internal growth and your internal progress? Do you think that a lack of a change in your physical situation is a direct reflection of your internal realm? This says that there's in your inner world. Oh, okay. Let me not get too ahead of myself. This is telling me that even if you think the answer is no, you believe the answer is yes. Now, what could actually come is impatience, but one of the biggest things that keeps this in reverse again is that discontent with your inner world. Right? Now, there's this interesting theory that I have that sometimes these mismatches between the inside and the outside are actually part of a grander test. Because sometimes it's like devil energy enters the chat. Where's the devil? Let's see what's around the devil. I haven't done this in a while. Y'all remember when I used to do this? Like, oh, I'm feeling this energy. Let's go in and see what's around this energy. There's the Emperor. There's the Empress in the tower. Tower power. Hey, there's the Lovers. The Lovers are upright for me, but it's in reverse for you. I'm sorry. Sometimes you gotta laugh. I laugh a lot. Here it is. So the devil is in between the Three of Pentacles and the King of Wands, and it's all upright. This is interesting. Between the King of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. Now, the King of Wands is all about the appearance of things on the outside, right? Because that's what fire is. It's the things that we can see. And so that kind of sort of reaffirms for me that we're primarily focused on building something that looks better on the outside, right? Or we're attracted to things that look better on the outside. The King of Wands, if you want something that's good on the inside, I would go with either kind of sort of any other king. The King of Cups would be able to tap intuitively into the inner nature of something. The King of Pentacles, maybe not. The King of Pentacles may actually side with the King of Wands here. I would say the King of Pentacles straddles the fence because the King of Pentacles has an eye for value, but it depends on where he places. It depends on if he's focused more on an inner value or an external value, the King of Pentacles. So he can go either way. The King of Swords understands the fundamentals of something. He's very analytical. So I would put him actually with the King of Cups, right? To know whether or not something is actually worthwhile and not just if it looks good, right? He's a lot more functional than he is form. And the Kings of Wands and Pentacles can be a little bit more about the form of something and not necessarily the function. And so again, it's like we've been building up in these ways that look very, very beautiful on the outside. Even though that King of Wands is not the King of Pentacles, he goes for something that he thinks will make him feel happier. Or that will make him look a little hotter, right? And so that's what this is. Honestly, this could go either way. And this is what I did start with. This was the one where I was like, is this upright? Is it in reverse? I don't know. This was definitely in reverse. This is definitely upright. This can go either way. It depends on where you put your focus. Now, with the Four of Wands in reverse and the Seven of Wands over here, again, it's like you're not. The Four of Wands is a card of celebration. And it's like you're not appreciating, even though appreciation is at the bottom of the deck, you're not appreciating what you have until you have a certain amount of it. This is like, I'll appreciate what I have when I have 3 more wands. And then when I get 3 more wands, then all of a sudden I'm going to feel blah, 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 whatever. Everything is going to change when I get 3 more wands. But if you're using your abundance as a metric for spiritual growth, or if you are tying your level of abundance to your level of happiness, you're going to run into mistakes and errors. This is going to continue to be in reverse because the goddess of the moon is all about the things that cannot be seen. This is the eye. It's about seeing blossoming abundance. More often than not, it's things that we can physically interact with, aka things that we can see. When in reality, if we turn our eyes inward, find some appreciation, we'd be able to find that we're already abundant. And then that would turn this upright in a way that brings in or leads us to external abundance. But right now, I feel like we're in such a time of internal abundance that you're going to run into a lot of roadblocks if you're not focused on the things that actually matter. And with this Five of Swords and this Hermit, it's probably going to be one heck of a fight to get that far inside where you can actually see it. Now, if the opposite is true for you, then congratulations, but this is what I'm feeling today. And I will catch y'all later, sometime, someplace, for sure.